always promise you nonsense and junk and mishmash and hot takes.
Yes, hot takes indeed. We really got the internet fired up with a Wreck of the Emmett Fitzgerald takes.
Oh my goodness. The Lightfoot lovers are out of control.
Oh, they are. They love themselves some Gordon Lightfoot, and they love that song.
Well, and what I don't understand is equating the song. We're talking about the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which we dismantled
Yes,
last
right.
week.
Yeah.
Um, and so many people are connecting the song and the tragedy. Like if you slam the song, you're slamming the tragedy.
No, that's not the
Right.
case at all. The
No.
the tragedy deserves a better song, is what we're saying. The
Right.
song is abjectly terrible. He doesn't even really give you correct
It's
information,
not
as we
even,
pointed
yeah,
out last
it
week.
doesn't tell a good story.
No, you can go back and watch us take it down. So that's the biggest thing is it's separate. We're not slamming the tragedy. It was awful. And it's awful that that awful tragedy ended up having an awful song to remind us of that awful tragedy. It deserves better. It deserves
It,
better, Johnny.
it does. It does. I'm not going to argue with you. Welcome in. You can always call us on the monkey line if you're mad at us or if you're happy with us. 707 466 6539. That spells 7074 monkey or comment wherever you are watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. And what else? What am I forgetting here?
No, I
Prob-
think that's I
I think
think you
that's
had all
probably
the three major networks.
about
So
it.
we'll get into it because breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Mm.
And we have stories about pancake and eggs. Let me quickly, before I get into the ins and outs of this story, Johnny, guess this gentleman's age that you're seeing on the screen right now, Mr. Pancake. By the
Uh,
way, how would you love to be able to write that on all your stationery at work? Hi, I'm Mr. Pancake.
is that his last one? How old is he? He's 43.
Nope. That gentleman is 38 years young, baby.
Okay.
38 years young. Let us introduce you to one Eric Thomas Pancake, 38, who pummeled his 72-year-old parent during a family dispute Tuesday evening in the Palm City home owned by the victim and his 66-year-old spouse. Pancake, who apparently resides with his parents. Shocking that this guy resides with his
Mm-hmm.
parents. Hard for Mr. Pancake to get a date, apparently. So he apparently resides with his parents, struck his father on the face and body, a court filing states. When police arrived at the residence, the victim had severe bruises and swelling to his eyes and face, consistent with multiple strikes, as he described.
Good Lord.
Pancake, cops reported, appeared intoxicated and belligerent and said he pleads the fifth in response to law enforcement questions.
So he's
So he proceeded to turn. Go ahead.
so he's Pancake Junior.
Well, no,
And he,
he's just Thomas. He's Eric Thomas Pancake. We don't know that. We don't know the Daddy Pancake's actual first name. He's just the father who's been
he
hit in the face by Junior Pancake.
yeah, but didn't yeah, you said his last name was Pancake.
Right, but he's not a junior.
Well, oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm just saying the elder Pancake was beat up by the younger Pancake is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the silver dollar pancake beat up the actual full size pancake. Is what I'm
Uh,
is how if I can put it in pancake
yeah.
terms, we all
Yeah.
can understand.
He's a walking
So
Waffle House.
he really is. He really is. So he pleads the fifth, but then proceeded to turn around and place his hands behind his back. He's been charged with battery on a victim over the age of 65, which is a felony. Pancake was booked into the Marlin County Jail, from which he was released Wednesday upon posting a $5,000 bond. Once again, that is Eric Thomas Pancake. I hope he's the third, to be honest.
Yeah,
Eric
right.
Thomas Pancake, the third. ETP, as they call him.
Esquire.
Eric Thomas Pancake. Yes, the third. God, I can't believe you have to go through a life with the last name of Pancake. When they came over, when his relatives came over on the Mayflower, were they the cook?
Maybe
Is that what it was?
maybe that's what the fight was about. Why do I have this stupid name?
You know what? You could have been a boy named Sue Pancake, but you're
Right.
just Eric Thomas Pancake.
Oh. And how does it get to
God.
that point? I mean, really, what other things were going on in that family? I mean, obviously, he hit a breaking point, a foolish breaking point, but you just got to know that I imagine a regular evening over at the Pancake Estate is
I'm
usually.
sorry. I don't mean to laugh at because of how terrible the story is, but can you imagine even as a kid going over to the Pancake's house? I
Yeah,
mean, I'm sorry. I'm
they've all had
sorry.
a rough
Just
life.
they really have. Going
Yeah.
over the pancakes, if you ever played basketball, oh, there's pancake flopping again. I mean, come on. You guys had a
You,
rough one.
when they got married, do you think his mom said, I'm probably going to keep my name. I don't want to
I hope
hyphenate. I don't want to, I'm not going to join the Pancake Clan.
I hope she did,
Yeah, I
because
hope she did
she's
too.
not named. She's just called the spouse in this particular news story. She doesn't even vow to be a member of the pancake. She's like, I don't even know these two. These
But,
two jamokes over here who are living in my home, beating the hell out of each other. I don't want any part of it.
another breakfast related story from Florida as a guy opened fire on a bunch of people while they were having an argument about how many eggs a chicken can lay.
At first, when I read this story, I did not see the accompanying visual that you're showing right here. And I thought to myself, how in the hell do you get into an argument about chickens?
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw this picture and I immediately was like, "Oh, this makes total sense. Of course this man
Yeah.
would get into an argument about chickens." I mean, good freaking
Look
Christ.
at that. That is Peter Riera. How old do you
Okay.
suppose Peter Riera is?
62. He's got a gray beard.
That is 44-year-old Peter Riera
What? Good
walking.
Lord.
I know.
I feel better about myself.
He looks like
If
a
nothing
mountain
else from
man.
this show, feel better about yourself. He looks straight out of Central Casting if they were doing a live action remake of the Bugs Bunny cartoon where he has the two hillbillies square dance and beat the hell out of each other. That's what that
That is
man
what he
looks
looks
like.
like.
Look it up,
That is
kids.
what he looks like.
Look it up. Yeah.
He's walking around with a 45 caliber Glock.
God bless.
According to the Master Sergeant Dominic Messidi, the shooter evidently raises chickens, and the conversation was about how many eggs a chicken can lay. The conversation got heated for whatever reason. That's what's missing in this police report. I want
Yes,
to
it
know.
is.
I want to know what happened in that conversation that got so heated. I mean, was he saying it's got to be 100? I bet they can lay 100 eggs, and people at
Well,
the bar are going, nah, 30 tops.
in what context though? Is it
Right?
daily how many eggs? Like that's the
I know.
important
I want
part.
more information.
Because I can see some dumbass being like, well, they can't lay more than 12 because that's how they serve eggs in the grocery store.
One of the victims ran out into the roadway trying to get away from the shooter. Two others hid. All the parties involved. Well, let's go to the local Florida news
Please.
station here and let them tell the story.
Now, we're learning new information from investigators that an argument over chickens is what led to a shooting outside a Port St. Lucie bar. Now, this surveillance video shows 44-year-old Peter Riera hiding after police say he fired a gun at 3 people. Now, this happened yesterday in the parking lot of Harper's Pub off of Port St. Lucie Boulevard. No one was hurt, but investigators tell us
Proper attire. That is not a proper attire
Yeah.
joint.
You let that guy in there. That's not proper time. By the way, was the second shot him hiding? Because if he's hiding just behind those mailboxes, he's the world's worst hide and seek player.
Well, yeah,
If
he
that's
goes behind.
I'm sorry. I found you pretty easy.
Yeah, he's it's like he's Jason Bourne and he's trying to dodge bullets.
Also, when he comes sauntering in, does he have a gun in one hand and his phone in the other to prove how many eggs the chicken can actually lay?
I bet he was on Wikipedia or ChatGPT or something.
He was.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Look at him. He's brandishing a weapon and he's got his phone on.
over chickens is what led to a shooting.
I'll show
outside
you,
a
you
Port
son of a
St. Lucie
bitch.
bar. The surveillance video shows 44-year-old Peter Riera hiding after police say he fired a gun at 3 people. Now, this happened yesterday in the parking lot of Harper's Pub off of Port St. Lucie Boulevard. No one was hurt, but investigators tell us Riera and the 3 victims had been drinking together when they got into an argument over chickens.
Oh, that just tickles my funny bone right there.
It really does, yeah.
There was a conversation about how many, I kid you not, how many eggs a chicken can lay. And that conversation got a little heated. And as it went out into the parking lot, the conversation continued, and the shooter became agitated, became paranoid.
Sergeant, I want more details. That is not enough. There is not a lick of information here as to what this argument was that caused this, and I want more information.
How do you go? You want to step outside? I'll show you how many eggs a chicken will lay. I think we got a problem. You want to step outside, sir? We'll get this taken care of.
God, how long was that first shot looked like it was in the daytime, and now the sun has set.
And he's lost his hat.
I guess.
Well,
it's dusk.
I mean, it's dusk, and he's also lost his hat in the midst of everything.
Yeah.
Here's the
Police
body
tell
cam.
us Riera claimed the 3 victims were trying to con him, but investigators say they spoke to witnesses and that claim was unsubstantiated. Now, officers also arrested 2 of the 3 victims, one for obstruction, the other for resisting arrest.
The victims were resisting arrest?
Two of the 3 of them. They apparently were trying to con him. That's what it was, Johnny. There was a con game. I will bet you $50 that you don't know how many eggs a chicken can lay. And this guy's like, well, I'm a chicken farmer. I know damn well how many they lay. And then that's how it all rolled from there. It was all over a bar bet.
Yeah.
And then 2 of the victims, one of them resisting arrest, going, what the hell are you arresting me for? Go back there and get Merle again.
See, now I gotta go to Google's AI here and ask.
Oh, no.
How many
I'm guessing.
eggs?
But is it in a day or is it in a week? A year? What?
I don't know. Let's just get a baseline, Mike.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. Anywhere from 50 to 300. That's a little broad.
So some may lay eggs almost daily.
Mm-hmm. Heritage or dual purpose breeds typically lay fewer eggs, 200 to 250. Ornamental or meat breeds lay the fewest, sometimes 50 annually.
Okay. So if you're a eating chicken, you're not getting eggs from your eating chicken. So I see how it is. If you're delicious, you lay less eggs because the egg layers sell you out. They're like, we got plenty of eggs to lay.
But it's
and we're
the
not going to get
production
eaten.
breeds, the Leghorns, the Rhode Island Reds, the black Australthorpes. What the hell is that?
I don't know, but I love a foghorn leghorn.
Australorp. There we go. Are selectively bred to lay many eggs. They're just shooting them out like crazy.
Nonstop. So there you go. There's a wide disparity. So I can see where then an argument would then ensue because a lot of people were right. If you said 50, you were correct. If you said 200, you were correct. If you said 300, you were correct. And so then you have to rumble and you have to go get your gun with your phone, shoot somebody, and then hide behind a mailbox next to bumpers or whatever the hell it was. Bumpers or
what started it? That's
Harper.
The other thing. Is like how does that conversation begin?
I feel like old Merle strolled in saying, "Hey, I'm a chicken farmer." I mean, you can kind of tell with his attire, he came straight from the barn.
Well, he does raise chickens. He's an expert.
That's what I'm saying. I can see him come in and say, "Hey, someone would turn if he walked in the bar, someone may turn and go, "What farm do you come from?" Well, funny you mentioned that. I'm actually a chicken farmer. And then somebody go, "Well, I know how many eggs a chicken lays." And then it goes from there.
He probably walked in saying, "I got me a 600 a year
bird."
Chickener. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the other people involved were also running a chicken farm and wanted to steal his chicken?
I don't know. I want more. I don't know why. Can we FOIA that?
Yes, let's FOIA request this.
Okay.
The Mike and Molson Mangler News sent a FOIA request to to that sheriff's department over Merle the chicken guy.
What news organization are you with? We're on all the 3 networks.
Yes, exactly. The main ones. You know them well. Don't pretend like you don't, officer.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
here's
is
a
he
follow-up.
back? Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. Billy McFarland is back again, ladies and gentlemen, and he's got a concert coming December 4th to the 8th. He's going to turn it around quickly. All right. Apparently, this one will cost you anywhere from ticket prices go for anywhere from $200 to $500,000.
God Almighty! For
All right.
what?
It's called Phoenix, PHNX, and it's a destination festival in Diamond Cay in the Caribbean. French Montana apparently is the headliner, and a second headliner is supposed to be announced soon. Better
French
be with.
Do I know? Should I know who French Montana is?
I believe they're a rapper or
Oh,
R&B
okay.
artist. Ticket prices range, like I said, from $200 to $500,000. The $500,000 option gets you private 10-seat Challenger 601 round trip from Miami, the best villa on Utila, private chef in your villa 24/7, a golf cart with a 24/7 driver and local guide, plus 4 ATVs, as well as the best boat on Utila with 24/7 captain, bottle service to your boat during the Saturday and Sunday festival, stage access during the festival, be with the artists as they perform, an artist only dinner, a private dinner, and drinks with Billy McFarland on the island before or after the festival.
So who's? I mean, look. If at this point, if anybody falls for this, I can't have much sympathy.
No, I can't either. And why do you need a golf cart and ATVs
Mm-hmm.
as well for 500 grand? And I love how he throws himself in there and you get to eat dinner with me
Mm-hmm.
as well. No one wants that. The ticketing service has a very classy statement from McFarland too, saying, "quote To everyone saying play it safe, we got the islands. To all the interest NPCs claiming so non-playable characters
Uh,
claiming they live life, we are out here really doing this. To the people saying get a job, we are paying people back and supporting every effing island we touch. To the ones saying this is a normal vacation, you haven't done a trip with me. To the ones saying this is delusional, wait until we drop the lineup. Let me show you Island Billy. Come live."
this guy, he's a menace. He is 100% a menace.
By the way, only 400 tickets are for sale. So that's going to go real well. $200 to $500,000, 400
What's
tickets.
gonna?
You
Yeah,
in French Montana.
there's no chance. It's gonna absolutely go horribly awry, or it's just not gonna happen, right?
Right. December 4th to the 8th. Like, that's a quick turnaround if you're just promoting it now, Billy.
Right.
Let me look. That's less than a month to turn it all around.
Mm-hmm.
We're living though, man. Let me show you Island Billy.
Jeez.
He's not like Fire Festival Billy that screwed a bunch of people over. This is that we give back to the island. Dick.
Yeah. And you want there to be some sort of awareness or remorse or wow, I really didn't plan that last one well, and the one after that, and the scam I did before it. I
And
need to reevaluate my life, and he doesn't do it.
no, not at all. And I love how it's the Phoenix Festival, because he's rising, but it's nowhere near Phoenix, Arizona, because he can't throw anything in the U.S. No
Right.
one's giving him a license to put a concert on in the U.S.
And nobody asked him to rise from the ashes. Nobody's missing him.
No, go Ash. Be more Ash, you asshole. I don't want you. I don't want you rising from any of
Right.
it. Just be
Right.
Ash. Go
He is a
away.
menace.
He is a menace.
Another update on a story that we brought you a couple of months ago. This was a groom who he panicked at the last minute. The bride and groom agreed they would write their own vows, and he panicked at the last minute, waited, and then went to ChatGPT and said, "Write me some romantic wedding vows." His new bride called him on it, or he fessed up, right?
Yeah, I believe it was the best man
Oh,
who,
that's
in the
right.
midst of giving his toast, had made mention of it. Then she goes out to find out and substantiates that, yes, indeed, he did use ChatGPT for the vows, and she's rightfully pissed because you can't even write the damn vows. And
Yeah.
so, has he taken back? And this is all from a Reddit "Am I the a-hole" situation. And it seems like now he has his rebuttal. This is like from few months ago, I think.
Yeah, he updates us on exactly what happened. And, I think the consensus was, look, even if you limped and just wrote something basic, that's a lot better than going to Chat GPT for this.
Yes.
Yeah. So he points out that, he points out that he wasn't planning to do this update because it's just been humiliated. I don't want to give more reason for people to rip me apart. He even says, my story was posted on a popular YouTube channel.
Us. We're popular. Nice. I love that.
I did what I said previously and told her about the Reddit post and how the replies gave me her perspective and that I was sorry. She ended up getting even more angry because we were posting her business, even though our names weren't mentioned, and that she couldn't believe I needed online strangers to tell me why I was wrong. Also, apparently my mom was texting her about paying back all the wasted wedding money that she used that against me too, which I don't think is fair. I have no control over my family does. Snacks and flowers didn't do much. She refuses to give me another chance, even after offering to go to couples counseling. So yeah, the wedding is never happening again. It's over.
So they're going to divorce? Holy crap.
Yeah. This has been the more horrendous time of my life. Probably should have had ChatGPT check his grammar there.
Right, exactly. You can do it for the wedding vows, but not run it through your own writing here, dude.
I've thought about giving up altogether. Meanwhile, she's posting about brunch with friends on her social media. Makes me wonder how she could move on that fast while I'm a wreck. People have accused me about not caring about her enough to write my own vows, yet the difference in our reactions to splitting up says the reverse. Hope you're all happy. Feel free to rub salt in the wound. I'm not coming back to this account.
Oh, what a dude. Come on. He is looking for sympathy. He fudged up and then got called on it. And he's wondering why she's not trying to forgive him, because then he goes on here and saying, but it really wasn't that bad. Look at incel 42563 says you should be lucky to have a man like, and she's going, well, F off.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
take a
part.
hike.
That's the part that's something is he shows her the Reddit post and now she's like, "Oh my god, you're telling the entire world about this? You suck."
Yes, big time. And now he's saying, "Oh, but I'm a wreck." And she's happy because she has been saved from a lifetime of just insensitive bull crap. Of sorry, I forgot you. I forgot our anniversary. Sorry, I didn't get your birthday present. Sorry, I didn't do that. Like that's all she's going to get over and over and over again. Because you got to set the standard right there at the beginning, man.
Right. And women have a sixth sense to know this is goofed up. It's never going to get any better. Washing my hands. I'm done. And then they never look back. And so, yeah, she's having brunch and doing fine.
And it doesn't mean that she's dating someone. She's just out at brunch. She likes to eat
life.
brunch. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like brunch? Quit just bemoaning your life. You made the choice. Now deal with it. I'm never coming back to this account again. How much you want to bet he does like a burner account and checks on it and comments on his own story? I'm with you, bro. Like to try to drum up support. Right. He seems like that kind of guy.
Not going to happen. We'd be remiss if we didn't address this scene in the Oval Office.
We are the foremost authorities on people fainting live on television.
Yeah. And this was such a fascinating moment and a fascinating look into the president, his health and human services advisor, whatever the hell Dr. Oz does for a living.
Yeah, RFK Jr. flew out of there quick. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if RFK Jr. Gave this guy a supplement before they came into the meeting. Like, hey, man, this will make you younger. And he's like, I don't want to be part of that.
Let's watch how this plays out.
Oh, you okay? Gordon, you okay?
And there goes RFK Jr. out the door, just gone. Did you see how quickly he sprinted out of there?
Boy, you're right about that. Now he later said, or one of his staffers said, he thought that the guy just needed a chair, and so he bounced to get a chair.
Oh, because there isn't a bunch of them in the room already. He's the
by the
guy.
time you're on the floor, you don't need the chair anymore.
He's a health secretary, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and immediately he's like, out, not my problem. What's the president do? Let's see what the president does. I mean, he's the most powerful man in the world. Just stares. Just keeps staring. Doesn't. Okay. Okay. Just God. It just goes to show once again, when someone faints, men are useless.
The
Just a
women spring
bunch
into
of
action.
dopes. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was that just amazing photo that was going around, of course, of the president just standing there blankly while there's a passed out man behind him, and he just can't, and the generous part of me thought, okay, that was just an ill-timed snap of the frame, but no, he
Yeah.
literally does nothing.
Nothing.
He
doesn't
looks,
even ask him. He doesn't even ask how he's doing.
Yeah, he looks and then he looks away. He's like, "Ah, you're on my floor."
Not my problem. Not my problem. Yeah, look at that. The female Secret Service lady gets in there right away. Well, and then he's just like standing there like a dope, and then fade to black.
Somebody literally pulled the plug out of the wall.
Right? No one should see this. This is not a good look for any of us. God.
But yeah,
And
keep
like
an
I
eye
said,
on.
Kennedy over there on the right side of your screen.
Right.
You okay? Gordon, you okay?
He's down and Kennedy's out. See you later. Not my problem. Get the hell out of here.
And Dr. Oz.
Now, at least Trump does stand up. And
Yes.
I don't know if that's more for him to follow RFK Jr. and saying, hey, you got the right idea. Let's get the hell out of this place.
Right. Why is this desk in my way? I can't get out of here.
Right, exactly. Stands up. Doesn't go over to ask the guy if he's okay.
Yeah. Doesn't, lead and say, all right, get this, call somebody, do that
Yeah, right,
thing.
yeah, exactly.
Bing, bong,
Yeah.
bing.
Bing, 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 bong, bong. Doesn't he have a phone? Like, just
Yeah, it's right there.
Then he just pick up whatever and be like, hey, get me 911, or hey, get me the Surgeon General. We got a man. He just stands there.
Right. Yeah.
Come on, man. Seriously, you got like the bat phone. Like, you can call and launch a nuclear weapon. I'm sure you could call and get a doctor or an ambulance there like that. But no, I'm just going to stand here and see everybody ushered out.
And I hate to do this, but I don't hate to do this. We do have evidence of what presidents do when someone faints.
And John
All right.
eventually predicted that the website will work like a champ. So he was frustrated by the website, but he's feeling a little less frustrated once he found out that he was saving.
Yep, that girl in the red's
lady in
going
red
down,
who's
isn't she?
we're about to lose her.
$900 a month.
Yeah.
On his health insurance.
Once again, a woman holds her up.
Right. All right.
The guy right next to her in the suit, the big dude in the suit doing nothing. The woman sensing it, going, "Uh-oh, yeah. She's pulling a Kesha and Pitbull going timber."
Sorry, this takes forever. Just like, come on, Obama, get to the point.
To free families from the pervasive fear that one illness. There you go. You okay? I'm right here. I got you. Yeah. No, you're okay. This happens when I talk too long. You'll be okay. Here, why don't you go? You got it?
Yeah, look at there's someone that helps someone.
Yeah, you just say, hey, you go here, do something, take this person over there, zigim ba-da-bang, ba-doom ba-doop, and that's what leaders do. You don't just stand there and watch the guy collapse.
And then like pose for the picture. Like it looks like he was like, oh, camera's out, better get my dope face on.
Our poet laureate weighs in and says, I'm the minister of health, surrounded by all this wealth. This guy does an oops, and the press poops. That's when I thought to myself.
Oh, nice. Well done, Poet Laureate. Well done. That deserves a skyjacking right there.
It does.
That was well put together. Well put together. I'm surprised he just didn't do that. I'm surprised he doesn't just say, "Play me off, Johnny." Just hit the YMCA button and he just dances out of the office.
Yeah, gets his phone out and starts hitting shuffle. YMCA
Right,
comes
exactly.
on.
Oh, Christ.
Which brings us to our newer segment called What the Hell is Trump Talking About? Which we agreed is happening more and more often, where it's just weird. It's not that he loses track or he can't stay on one subject. He's saying legitimately weird things.
Did you see the interview with Laura Ingraham?
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell, however you say her name, when he was talking about it's Jackie Kennedy Onassis, then it was just Jackie Kennedy, we hope. And she had like crappy tile in here and we put in marble. Like, I was like, what in the God's name? Or is this like a TLC show, a pilot or something, like Trump flips or flipping Trump, or I don't know.
So when we last did this episode, and you can find it on our YouTube channel, he was talking to a bunch of Navy soldiers and was complaining that the aircraft carrier wasn't using hydraulic, it was using magnets, and he went off on this crazy tangent about magnets. Mike, he does it again. Let's
get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he absolutely does it again.
China was going to hit us with rare earth. Now, everybody says, what does that mean? Magnets. If China refused to give magnets, because they have a monopoly on magnets, because they were allowed to happen over a 32-year period, there wouldn't be a car made in the entire world. There wouldn't be a radio. There wouldn't be a television. There wouldn't be internet. There wouldn't be anything, because magnets are such a part. Now, nobody knows what magnets are. And not overly sophisticated, but to build a magnet system would take 2 years. So if I weren't able to say to China, look, if you're going to do that to us, we're going to charge you 158% tariff. It was 100% on top of 58%. And China called up immediately and said, we will make peace.
Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets. How do they work?
Correct. Fucking magnets. How do they work? I'm surprised they're not part of the science department. Right. Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J. They'll be in the cabinet next.
I mean, there are several points in there where you just need to stop and go, whoa, what are you saying? What are you actually saying right now?
Is there a monopoly?
Yeah, so the first thing he says is China hit us with rare earth.
China was going to hit us with rare earth. Now,
that's not a full sentence.
Everybody says, what does that mean? Magnets. If China refused to give magnets, because they have a monopoly on magnets.
Point of parliamentary procedure real quick. If China was hitting us with magnets, now, I don't know how the F they work, but if they hit us with the first magnet and then would try to throw another magnet, wouldn't, from what I've gathered from playing with magnets over the years, one might repel it back at them?
Well,
you can't get hit by multiple magnets.
I think your answer comes up in just a few seconds in his diatribe.
Okay, cool.
Because they were allowed to happen over a 32-year period.
So he says that China has a monopoly on magnets because they were allowed to.
First off, over a 32-year period, I don't know about you. My age... I guess 32 years ago I wasn't, but I still saw them in the drugstore. The Woolly Willies, where you would use the magnet for the shavings to put the beard on the guy those were still in production, I believe, 30 years ago. You could correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure those were still available.
It says here, ancient people learned about magnetism. 11th century China discovered that quenching red hot iron. Look, I don't. Why are we having this conversation? I'm sorry. So then then
he's right. China did have a monopoly all the way back to the 11th century. He was just wrong on the time frame.
No, they don't have a monopoly. Everybody's got a magnet.
There wouldn't be a car made in the entire world. There wouldn't be a radio. There wouldn't be a television. There wouldn't be internet. There wouldn't be anything, because magnets are such a part. Now,
Are magnets part of the internet? I mean, I know we just played the song from ICP about magnets, and magnets are indeed on the internet, but I don't know the ins and outs if the magnet is the internet. I know they're probably using a computer, so there's a nugget possibly of truth in there.
No, there isn't. What? Stop. You're trying to make this make sense, and I understand, and we would love an explanation if somebody can tell us if we're missing something here, if he's on the right track. But I don't think he is.
No, it's just a word salad.
China was going to hit us with rare earth because magnets are such a part. Now, nobody knows what magnets are.
Then why the fuck are you talking about them?
Right.
I'm sorry. I had to go full ICP there. If no one knows what they are, then why, one, are we fighting over them? And two, are they so damn important if
Well,
no one knows what they are?
And then he says if you're going to whatever machine in his brain he thinks creates magnets, it takes years to develop.
And not overly sophisticated, but to build a magnet system would take 2 years.
To build a magnet system would take 2 years, he says.
So if
Okay.
I weren't able to say to China, look, if you're going to do that to us, we're going to charge you 158% tariff. It was 100%.
And I think he knows he's completely out in left field, and so he just reverts back to the thing he knows best, tariffs.
Yeah. I'll bring it home with the tariff line. It's
Right.
always the clincher.
Yeah, that'll clear this up nicely.
Yeah. Ugh.
Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets, how do they work?
Damn right. Damn right, Shaggy, Too Dope, and Violent J. You said it, brother. No one even knows what they are,
Nobody
let
knows
alone
what
how they work. God, I want them to be at that big old fiasco for the 250th of the US of
that'd
A.
be great.
I want them to sing that song
Fucking
and Trump to be.
How do they work?
How do they work? Yeah, exactly. I want that. So please, God, let that happen. That would be amazing. That would be.
That would be amazing.
Well, from somebody just making word salad and unquotable at best to this list from comicbook.com of the 10 iconic movie quotes everyone knows, even if you've not seen the movie.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and go through them. And the thing about it is, it's a pretty damn good list. I think even out of context, if you've never seen any of these, you would know what they were.
Yeah, it's a really
So
good
begin-
point that you recognize these even without seeing the movie.
Yes, exactly. Avengers Assemble. I think anyone who in the past however many 20 years since Marvel came onto the scene and started making all these, the quintessential endgame quote of
Mhm.
finally Captain America saying it, Avengers Assemble.
Right.
I think everyone, whether you know comic books, whether you love comic book movies, don't love comic book movies, you know that quote. You're like, oh, that's the big line from Endgame. Here's one that everyone also kind of whenever you see a story about someone fighting somewhere or like a teacher has kids fighting in a classroom, inevitably someone goes, well, the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, or it gets used in any conversation of a club or a gathering.
Right. Exactly. And whether you've seen the movie or not, people know it. This one, I was hesitant if it is correct, but I think it has permeated pop culture enough, dating all the way back to the original iteration of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, of the Uncle Ben, who, by the way, how many times did Uncle Ben have to freaking die
Every time.
in front of us on screen? Every time. Every time Uncle Ben had to die.
Yeah.
It's just like, Jesus
Batman's
Christ.
parents got to
That's
get
why
shot. Superman's parents got to blow up.
Yeah, that's why I enjoyed the Tom Holland Spider-Man. They didn't kill Uncle Ben again, thank God.
Yeah.
But with great power comes great responsibility. And it's true. This one's you know what? We should also kind of rate how much of them have been overused. I feel like Houston, we have a problem, has probably run its course.
Yeah. To whenever there's something going awry, people sort of just drop that and say,
Houston, we got a problem. Or even like in comedy context, like just let it go. It had its run. That movie's very old now, but let it go. Yeah, this one I think probably has run its course as well. I see dead people, but it is another one of those things of you say it and people know Sixth Sense, even if they've never seen Sixth Sense.
Right.
This one has been used multiple times though. It's not just Wizard of Oz. This one kind of like recycles itself every once in a while. In other movies, they will quote this quote, and those movies are also rather popular at
Right.
times. Like in a comical sense, they'll be like, Tilda, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore." Like when they walk into a lot of sometimes action movies,
It's the
they'll walk in and be like, "I don't think we're in Kansas anymore."
Yeah, it's a great action movie drop line of something is going awry, and that's when you either say Houston, we have a problem, or you say
Yeah.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Yes, but everyone knows it. This one I don't know about. I quote it from time to time
Yeah.
from Lord of the Rings, Gandalf, "You shall not pass," but I don't know if it's should be number 4 on this
It's
list.
pretty high on the list.
I don't
It's
know.
it's a known quote.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's more than Houston, we have a problem, or we're not in Kansas anymore. I think someone who put this list together is a big Tolkien fan and
Mhm.
wanted to drop this in. I'm not saying you couldn't say it somewhere and people wouldn't understand it without
Right.
seeing the movie, but I don't know if it permeates as much as they have it here at number 4 on the list. This one everyone uses. It's never going to go out of style. "I'll be back." Just
Mhm.
like "Get to the chopper" or "Follow me if you want to live." There's so many good Arnold ones. "It's not a tumor." That's another one from Kindergarten Cop
Yeah,
that
Arnold's very
everyone.
quotable, and that's one where you can't leave a room, and if you just like happenstance say, "I'm gonna go across the street and get a thing, I'll be back," and it's like, you said that, but boop, shut up.
Yep. Someone would be like, "You got to say it right. It's 'I'll be back.'" It's like,
Yeah,
"No, I'm just going out of the room.
I
Leave
just,
me
I
the
was just,
freak
I'm
alone."
just telling you that I'm gonna return later, is what I'm trying to say.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bond, James Bond,
Hmm.
obvious, and
Yeah, and a pivotal part in the movie when he finally identifies himself, even though you know who he is, you know that it's coming. Every Bond movie has the moment where somebody asks his name or he introduces himself, always with his last name first, which I don't think anybody ever did. Has that ever happened in the history? Is that
yeah, I don't think I've ever been Windmacher, Mike.
yeah?
Like, no, it's like no one does that.
I mean, I see that a lot in old
It's just
movies where
him.
people introduce themselves by their last name. Just call me Molson. But I don't think anybody does that in real life.
No, not anymore. It was a cultural thing for back in the day.
I guess.
And number 1, the iconic movie quote, "May the force be with you." I think anyone, even someone who hates Star Wars, who's just like, "I have no idea, I don't want any part of it, it seems weird to me." If someone says, "May the force be with you," they know exactly what
Right.
someone's talking about.
And every
That
good
and
Catholic
I guess
says, and also with you.
also with you. Yes. And you know what? One that's missed from the Star Wars saga that probably would be even more than "Thou shall not pass" or "You shall not pass." I got a bad feeling about this.
Got a bad feeling about this, right?
That's another one that gets used quite a bit up there with "Houston, we got a problem, but there's a bad feeling about this," or "Never tell me the odds" is another one.
So who then is more quotable, Harrison Ford or Arnold Schwarzenegger? When you think of all the Harrison
Wow.
Ford things, not just from Star Wars, but Get Off My Plane,
My plane. Why is it always got to be snakes?
Why Is It Always Gotta Be Snakes?
I hate
Thanks.
snakes.
Um, yeah, Never Tell Me the Odds. I mean, there's just so many
I got a bad
moments in
feeling
here.
about this.
Yeah, so many moments in Harrison I didn't kill my wife. There's just so many moments in Harrison Ford movies that stick in your head. And boy, I think
Wow, that's
they
a
might
great
be neck
question.
and neck.
They might be. I think Schwarzenegger's probably got it just because of, it's not a tumor. I'll be back. Get to the chopper. Follow me if you want to live. Running Man has a lot of them too, which
Hmm.
they have a remake of Running Man, which I hope they have a lot of puns. I love the one when that guy has a chainsaw. What happened to chainsaw? He had to split. I mean, it's just the way he delivers them as well. But I think you bring up a good point there. Who has more?
Might have to give that some thought because I mean there are just so
Yeah.
many, and you can just hear him in your head, right?
Yes, I can hear both of them
Yeah.
in my head. The Harrison Ford one, I would not have thought of, but when you say it, yeah, between Air Force One and The Fugitive and Indiana
Star
Jones and
Wars,
Star
Indiana
Wars,
Jones.
Yeah.
There's even something he says in American Graffiti that I'm blanking out on now. But
Oh, I'm
there's-
sure he does.
Yeah. Anyway,
So
comment
yeah,
below.
start thinking about that for next week. Yeah, comment below. Who do you think's more quotable, Harrison Ford or Arnold Schwarzenegger? Good list. I like that list. That was fun. Well, we are just a month away from the end of 2025. So
Mhm.
here are the top 25 or top 10 baby names for both boys and girls in 2025 thus far. And we will go through this list here before we get to Twismo. Boys, Noah. There's a lot of Noahs out there. And you got Liam. Liam is also one that's been around for a while.
Yeah,
And
Liam has hung on for a bit.
and same with Noah. Oliver. Okay. You don't see many Jims anymore, do you?
No, and
Have
I
you
was
had you,
thinking, when we were growing up, somebody named John or somebody named Mike. I mean, they were all, or like Jennifer or Heather. I mean, those names were all over the place. Very just standard, blah. But now we're getting
has anyone
Elijah's
Mateo
and
and a
Mateo.
Mateo in the
Yeah.
top 10. By the way, have you met a good Bob lately?
No.
Like, can you even imagine you seeing Mateo and Noah and Liam? You're like, oh, this is my baby Noah. This is baby
Mhm.
Noah. There was a time in America, in this world, where someone's like, yeah, this is baby Bob.
Yeah.
Check out baby Bob right here. Old
Yeah,
Bobby. Bob's right here.
where did all the Chucks go?
That's true. Where are the Chucks? Bring them back. Levi is another one. Okay. Lucas. There's one that's a little bit more traditional.
Yeah. A lot of, this is almost sounding Old Testament-y, right? Noah,
Yeah, Levi,
Elijah,
Noah.
Levi, Lucas. Yeah,
What's going on?
Ezra.
Ezra. That's a weird one. That's
Yeah.
a weird one. That one's kind of out of left field.
Boy, and that poor kid, every
it's one of-
time somebody beats him in a contest, it's like, I'm better than Ezra.
That's good. That's good. Asher. That's a deep pull.
Yeah.
And that's also someone that's going to end up, Asher's going to end up having to have like his dad get a DUI because he was driving home from the country club and he hit somebody and he just
Mhm.
wants his dad to kind of bury it somewhere. So you got Asher and Luca.
Yeah.
Now
So
we
yeah,
go
a lot of old names, and I think we're going to see the same thing with the top 10 girls' names. There's a lot
Yeah.
of old names that are coming back.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Mhm.
Obviously, may have something to do with that because sometimes it has something to do with pop culture too
Right.
as they move up.
And
So
an
there's
interesting
Olivia.
counterpart to Oliver, which was in the boys' list.
Yeah, true. Amelia. There's a lot of IAs I noticed at the
Mhm.
end of the top girl names. Sophia. That's been there for a while, which is interesting because growing up for me, Sophia was the eldest golden girl. And so
Oh,
you're
right.
like,
Yeah.
who's naming their kid Sophia? When I think Sophia, I think, that's the old grandma from
Yeah.
from Golden Girls.
That's not a third grader at recess. Sophia.
Come over here, Sophie. You got a choice to make for lunch, Sophie. Come on over here. I'm glad someone got that joke. Isabella, another one with the end. Izzy. Charlotte.
Mhm.
Now that's an older person name, I feel like.
Big time.
Like there's not a lot of Charlottes.
Mhm.
Ileana, that's a fun one to say, Ileana. Ellie, which is an offshoot, I would believe, of Ileana.
I think so.
You're just gonna Ileana, Ellie. Okay. Boy, Aurora
Aurora.
or Aurea?
Aurora.
That's not
That's better.
Aurora. No, that's not Aurora.
No,
That's
you're
not. That's
right.
not Aurora.
It's Aura, right?
Yeah, or Aura. Yeah,
Did I
or
get it right from the
Aurora.
article? I don't even know.
Let me look and see. Aurora, because I grew up in Aurora. I don't want Aurora to be besmirched like that. It is Aurora. You got it incorrect. Aurora, Aurora. ORA. There you
we
go. All right. Aurora, my hometown, where I was born and raised, and then Mia. A lot of IAs, a lot of just ending with A's, and then Charlotte out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
None of
Ellie.
these are terribly common. None of them are apostles. We grew up with apostles.
Yes, there was Paul, there was Matthew,
Lot of 'em.
John, Mark. They're all there, all the time. Then
Judas.
no one. That there was the one Judas. There was one Judas
There's
out there.
always one.
That's about it. There's always one Judas. Someone's parents got money for the naming rights and just
That's
like,
right.
all right, here you go, name him Judas. So there you go. Those are your top 10 baby names for boys and girls of 2025 thus far.
It is time for This Week in Slow-Mo. And boy, I think we've had really good luck with Ring cameras.
Oh, I'm glad they're in existence. I know it's supposed to be for home security, but it helps out dopes like us on the internet with our podcasts.
Absolutely. So we've got a nice Ring camera. It's very generous of them to blur out the guy's face. Not sure why his identity needs to be secured, but let's watch what happens, and then we'll slow it down and break it down because it moves really fast.
What? Oh, no. Did he do what I thought he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
If what you thought
All
he
right.
did was jump in the air and hit the eave, yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Poor Amazon guy. Also, I can't laugh too much because in my own life, I've done the exact same thing. Not from an outdoor stairwell, but in college, there was a time, Johnny, when I was younger and more athletic, where I would vault myself. I put my one arm against the one wall and the other one on the actual handle going up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
And I would then vault myself. I go 1, 2, and then vault myself down as many stairs as I could. Okay.
Yeah. We've all done that.
But I underestimated the clearing of
growth
at
spurt.
our dorm room. No, of our dorm, or like our townhouse that we had in college. I underestimated how vertical I would have to get to clear that when I launched. So the launch angle was too high, and I rammed my head right into it and right down like that gentleman did.
Yeah.
I ended up having to go to the emergency room and had staples put in my head because of it. Yeah. So I feel this gentleman's pain.
Yeah, his launch height is going to become an important factor here.
Oh. Oof. God bless.
I think he's knocked out. I think he's knocked out.
If it wasn't the initial impact when he hit the ground, that would knock you out.
Right. Exactly.
I'm understanding this may be the last delivery of the day and you're getting ready to end your day and you're excited, but you got to be aware the surroundings are just a bit better, my dude.
Yeah. Let's zoom in a little bit, and this is, I think, where the clearance becomes an issue.
Too high. Oh.
Well, certainly too high, but look where I mean, that is his full face. I mean, that is like, he's right here. There was no way he was going to make that. That's not like he clipped his head or he misjudged, like you misjudged it and you got clonked on the top of your head. He got right in his face. There was no chance he was whatever he was going to do, there's no chance that was going to work.
This has to be like a duplex, right? Because he's up a pretty high amount of stairs. So I feel like even if he were to have cleared this, there was a possibility that he wasn't going to stick the landing.
I don't know that he's up a lot of stairs.
It's got, I mean, maybe not a ton of stairs, but
maybe 3 or 4.
Know.
4.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. I guess you're right. And just straight down. Poor SOB. Oof. Oh, God. I love that part. Mad. I love the dog. The dog's laughing at him even.
But he makes that second sound. There's like the extra burst of air that comes out of his lungs when he lands on the ground. It's just brutal.
Yes, it is.
Right there. I mean,
God.
it's like, those were my kidneys. I need them later.
Yeah. Oh,
And his arm just
he's
flops down to
done.
the right. I think he's down.
He's out. He's out. Oh, that's just lucky for him though. His little phone machine ends with the screen up.
Right.
So it didn't.
So he
So
didn't crack his phone screen, right?
right, exactly. There's a bright side to everything. At least
Right.
he's got that going for him.
Yeah. But the double bounce on the sidewalk too is just.
Oh, that's right. He popped up and then went down again. And he does the thing when you know you're knocked out, when you have your arm goes like spasms
Right.
and then just drops.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
ugh.
But hitting the concrete and bouncing is not supposed to happen, I don't think.
No, it's not. Do we have anguish cam or was the whole thing anguish?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Let's
Poor bastard. Oh, we do
let's
have
figure anguish cam, where we try to isolate where the peak anguish is in the video. And I think it's right there. I think that's where he's hurting the most.
It's right when he's doing the probably pretty anguish with the dogs laughing at him too.
Right.
Right there. Yeah.
Flop.
Ugh. Poor bastard. Just
But
trying to make a nice delivery to these people.
let's go back to the top where we started and watch it in real time and just how fast of an event this actually is.
I think had he just launched himself a bit to the left, he would have been able to clear it. He wouldn't have hit it straight in the face.
You think that's what he was
he
thinking?
jumped right into it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think if he had just been a bit left, I think he jumped too far to the right and he went right into it. I think had he gone to the left, he may have been able to be like right near it, just to the left, maybe.
You might be right. He's right on the edge there when we zoom in.
Yeah. Had he just launched himself more left, I think he clears it. But instead, he goes right into it.
And maybe that's what was in his mind.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he was thinking that the eaves trough would be up there that he'd have to worry about. All right, take it on home.
I put my ring in for security, but idiots doing delivery who jumped the stairs. Oh wait, all right. Hang on. Wasn't reading fast enough.
I got it. Yeah. I put my ring in for security, but idiots doing delivery who jumps the stairs might leave some hairs in the concrete. Ivity. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. That's kind of like magnets. How does that work? I hope this guy's okay. I hope he was able to get up and make it to the next delivery. Oh, there it is. My favorite part, the dog. Pissed off that he got woken from his nap.
Right. He's yelling for his owner saying, "You got to watch this on the cam. This is hilarious.
This is the best thing you're going to see all day."
I thought it was a burglar. It was just an idiot jumping off and slamming his head into the eave.
Give me something else from Chewy. I want to see him do it again.
Oh, God bless you, Amazon delivery man. I hope you're all right, but we appreciate your service to the country.
By the way, speaking of Chewy, put the code MM20 for 20% off your first order.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make Chewy happy. Or at least Hims. Can we at least be? I mean, Hims is like every other freaking commercial. It seems like on the internets anymore.
Yeah, if it can just bring my hair back, I'll do ads for Hims.
It's
ridiculous.
Yeah. So
all right. Thank you, friends, for joining us on another weekly adventure of Mike and Molson Mangle the News.
Yes, it's been fun as always. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit the
Release the
notification
files.
button.
Release the
Yes,
files.
release the files. Yes, release the chicken files. We want to know what started it.
That's right. Release the chicken files. And for
Well,
God's
hey,
sakes.
at the end of last week, remember we said justice for Sandwich Man, and he got it. So
He did.
Sandwich
He
Man,
did. That's
yes.
right. That's another Sandwich Man exonerated.
Yes. So
We're happy about that. So
justice for Sandwich Man.
there's hope. There's hope.
Yes.
The good guys just might win after all.
Release the chicken files.
We're done. We'll see you next week.